Hi, boys and girls. Happy Earth Day. I wrote that for you right here. Happy Earth Day. Here's our letter E when we were talking about Elvin the elephant. And today's Earth Day is a special day where we talk about and think about ways that we can help take care of our earth and where we live in our homes and our neighborhoods. Okay, I have this book we're going to read. It's called Don't Lose It, Reuse It. You might hear those words, reuse, reduce, recycle. Okay, so this says don't lose it, reuse it. Every day we throw things away, but before you toss something into the trash, stop, think, recycle. Ask yourself, how can I reuse this? So there's some things in our house that we can recycle, which means it doesn't go in the regular trash. It gets recycled where they can reuse it into make it into something else. So when you have things in your house, before you put it in the trash, look for the recycle label. Looks like this. And that will tell you not to put it in the regular trash. You can recycle it. So we recycle cardboard. You can recycle cans. And we can recycle glass. But you can also reuse some of these things instead of even putting them in the recycling. That's what we're going to look at in this book. What can you make with cardboard tubes? Make a telescope or play on your horn. Make a tunnel for your race car. Cut some tubes in half and decorate them to make napkin rings. Decorate some tubes and boxes to make your very own robot. What can you do with old buttons and beads? String beads together to hang in your room. See how long you can make the string. Gather some pine cones. Glue colorful buttons on them to make decorations. What can you do with big and small boxes? Put a gift in a box. You can decorate some paper and then wrap up the box. Make a tower by piling the boxes up. Cut out windows and make your own playhouse. If you have a marker in a box, you can make your own race car. What can you make with paper bags? Don't throw away that lunch bag. Draw a funny face on a paper bag and you have a puppet. Make large paper bags, paper puppets with big bags. Have a puppet show with your friends. What can you make with old newspapers? Fold the newspapers into boats. Or make some hats to wear with a friend. What can you do with old clothes? Use hats, shoes, and old jewelry to make a costume. Change your voice and your name. Become a new character. Grab some kitchen things and have a parade. An old shirt can make a great paint smock so you don't get your clothes dirty. What can you do with sticks and sponges? Make your own group of wacky stick people. Make a painting with those sponges. What can you make with empty bottles and cans? Wash out a bottle. Cut an opening like an open door on its side. Put some birdseed inside. Hang the bottle in a tree and watch the birds eat. Fill cans with dirt and plant a flower or a vegetable. Watch the seeds and watch them grow. Keep your pencils organized in an empty can. What can you make with socks? Find some buttons and thread for eyes. Sew some yarn on for hair, and you can make a sock puppet. Write a story and act it out. Don't lose your chance to make something new the next time you pick up some trash. Take a good look. Then remember, don't lose it, reuse it. The end. And I have some things over here that I have reused. And I'm going to show them to you. So this was a yogurt container, and instead of throwing it away, I painted it, put some tape on there, and you can reuse it. You could put some coins in there, some candy. Here's a can, and instead of throwing away the can or even putting it in the recycling, you can paint it and put some markers in. I painted this can. I put a ladybug on there because we're talking about insects. Here's a glass jar. Sometimes your gravy or sauce comes in the glass jar. Instead of putting that in the recycling, you can paint that. It can become a pretty vase or decoration for your room. Here's the pine cone that we saw in the story. You have some art supplies at home and some glue. You could decorate a pine cone. Here's a cereal box. Instead of putting that in the recycling, maybe you could paint that if you have some art supplies at home. Put a face on it, decorate it. I made a silly monster. If you have some of these bottles at home, you could paint it or put some stickers on it, color it with markers. And I use this to put some flowers in. These were some projects that some boys and girls did a long time ago. This was an old tissue box, and this friend covered it and decorated it to make it look like a Game Boy for video games. This friend took a tissue box and a paper towel roll and decorated it to make it look like a guitar. And here's another project you can work on. We made a robot with some boxes, some cans, some lids from jars and water bottles, and made a robot. Okay, so maybe you can think of some things that you can do at home to reuse things that you have at home. I'd love to see if you make something. Send me a picture. Bye.